Hey y'all. So today I wanted to talk about parenting and like how parenting a human has changed me. I think one of the first things that I think about is how parenting changes your identity. And guess what? That's okay. I wish someone would have told me that when you become a parent, you're just adding a title, you're becoming a different version of yourself. Um, and to be honest, I struggled with losing parts of myself before I had my daughter, who's now 13. Um, but I've learned that evolving doesn't mean that you're losing yourself because we should evolve as parents, right? But evolving, it means growing into someone stronger, someone more patient and more resilient than I would have, ever imagined. So, so I think we need to be less hard on ourselves, when it comes to that, because I think when we have kids, we're so focused on, ooh, I don't want to lose myself. I don't want to lose myself. When really, like, you should be a different version of yourself because you're evolving. You're evolving as a woman, as a person, as a mother. Like, you're evolving. You're ever evolving. And that's what we should aim for. I think the second thing that I've learned from being a human's, from parenting a human, is you can't do it alone. Um, I used to think that I had to do everything to be a good parent, right? The meals, the appointments, the emotional support, like all of those things. And the truth is that asking for help, it isn't a weakness. It's survival, y'all. It is survival. So, whether it's leaning on family, friends, or a professional, I learned that support systems are what keeps me sane. You hear me? Support systems are what keeps me sane. And, to be honest, it helps me to show up as my best self for my daughter when I have those support systems in place. And we've heard this like a billion times, which is it takes a village, and it's the God knows truth. That village helps you to stay sane. And then I think another thing that I um thought of was those small moments matter, right? More than the big ones. So before I came a parent, like I thought that the big milestones, like the first steps, the first words would be what I remembered the most. But to be honest with you, it's those small everyday moments that change forever. Like she and I, our late night giggles, and um, those moments where where she comes to cuddle with me, and we just lay down and watch our favorite movie, or when I'm just simply in the kitchen cooking and she comes and grabs my hand and doesn't say anything, but just grabs my hand and watch me cook. Or those quiet moments in the car where we are just being silent, but we are sharing that same good energy together and that same space together. Um, and to be honest with you, those moments have taught me what real love really feels like. And so those are the moments that, you know, if she decides to get married and have kids one day, that I want her to be able to share with her kids. What about you? Like, tell me about your parenting and what you have learned from parenting a human. And yeah, so share with me in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you.